Give us a bit of fun, no smack us up, and then I've been craving it all day. Suck on them, suck me cord, suck me dick. You're pretty wrong. Get on your knees, bro. Give me your knees. Make sure you bend over, yes, I'm getting it. Break on.
What's happening, people? Yeah, Jay back for another video on the spoken word media channel. Yeah, you know how we do it, making modern media sexy. That's how we do it. And yes, guys, let's get straight into it. Like this button, smash this like button. Yeah, be doing me a big favor on his channel, and subscribe if you're new around here and you like this content. You'll like it. You know it is. But big up to the existing subscribers and the new subscribers that just joined. Appreciate you all. We see you all the time on the analytics and everything. Make this channel grow. Road to 1,000, yeah, and road to 10,000, road to 100,000, and road to 1,000,000, and road to 1,000,000,000, and road to the whole planet and the whole galaxy and the whole universe eventually. That's how we do. We start small and take over the whole entire universe and become supreme ruler of everything. Now, too much. I've just been watching some. Sorry guys, I've been watching a few Star Wars, old Star Wars clips on YouTube. So I've got a bit of that in my head at the moment. But you know, he's saying, "Oh man, it's hot today." But anyway, guys, as you can see in the video before, oh my god, it's so funny. Well, it's not funny, but it's funny in the sense that, wow. So obviously, you guys, you saw that these kids, these brave kids, had a lot of mouth for a full-grown woman who was sunbathing in her, where she was, in her home, yeah? Saying some very disgusting and derogatory things. The thing is, yeah, the reason why I find this, like, it's funny on one hand, but not funny, but obviously for the wrong reasons. It's like, you just can't believe it, that's why it's funny. But it's actually disturbing. It's not good, it's disgusting. But it's kind of like, you just hear that their voice isn't even broken yet. They just sound, it's like, I was like, the way if you hear the video, yeah, if you rewatch the video, the way they were like, I'm not even going to say it, but, you give me, it's like, they just sound like, what? Voice is not even broken yet. Oh my god, it's like, I'm just wondering, when they're saying what they're saying, yeah, are they getting nervous? Are they getting like palpitations when they're saying? Oh my gosh, man. But do you know what, yeah? Obviously in the caption, I mean, it's so mad, isn't it? It's so mad. But, it's kind of like, wow. Now, I've seen also a lot of comments. I've seen the video. I've seen comments. I thought the comments on the video is interesting. But this is nothing new. Like, this is nothing new. What they're doing. Like, I think people, and the reason why I want to talk about this in this video, yeah, the reason why I'm talking about this is because it's gonna be a long one, right? But you see things like that. Because I remember, I think they were between 8 and 11. Now, in one sense, why is an 8-year-old saying things like that? Yeah, where did they got this from? People are gonna say things like, I mean, whether you like the guy or not like the guy, people are gonna mention people like Andrew Tate, and I just think people are gonna mention social media. People are gonna probably blame parents. They're gonna say what people are seeing on social media. I'll tell you one thing for free. People actually underestimate, yeah, how much people let's talk about boys. Let's talk about boys specifically, because there are boys in this clip, yeah. People really underestimate how much kids of a certain age, yeah, that no one should be saying things like this, period, yeah. But kids can say how much they actually know. Because even before social media was what it was today, kids have been saying things like this. They've been saying things like this. Let's take aside here the fact that they're saying it to an adult female, yeah, which is wrong. Those kids, they need a hard word with them. Their school needs to have a word with them. The parents need to find out what they're doing, what they got up to. This is all caught on camera. Obviously not their faces, but they're gonna be they can easily they're gonna be found out. I'm sure they can be found out. But what they probably have, they in that case they need education. They need education. It's unfortunate. It's difficult because on one hand they need education, but at the same time they shouldn't be saying things like that. No one should anyway, especially kids of that age. They shouldn't be saying things like "suck my D" and all this kind of stuff. Like they shouldn't be saying things like that. And I'm just surprised of some of the like. I think the one I was familiar of a word like that around that age. 11 years old, you're probably at the end of year 6 or started year 7. At that point, you might have heard some like sexual slur around those terms of suck my D. You know what? Those things. The minge thing, and that kind of stuff. No, that's a bit that you find that out a bit later. People that blame social media, parental controls. People been knowing about those things from time, man. This is not new. Like some people of that age, yeah, at that especially of that age range, they even say it to each other, man. They don't even fully understand what they're saying. Some of them do, but they don't. It's like you do. You know them ones at those times when you understand it, but you don't understand it at the same time. You don't understand, but you shouldn't be. They shouldn't be exposed to those kind of things. I think it's one of those ones where unfortunately they've been probably corrupted somewhere down the line. It could have been anything. It could have been that they're playing adult games. Do you know what I mean? Like they probably because you understand that a lot of kids that age they get exposed to. Let's assume that they play games like on like video games, like 16 rated plus or 18 plus rated games. Some kids have are exposed to those games and they shouldn't be. I'm gonna be completely honest. I remember when I was at school, some kids of my age range at the time, between that age, some of them were playing things like GTA and this kind of stuff. So they've been with Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Shout out Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Rockstar. Come with that GTA 6. Yeah. We've been waiting for what? 12 years now. Yeah. But that's another story. I don't digress. But yeah. Like the video, guys, very important. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they've been exposed to things like that. And obviously, in games like that, you'd have X-rated language like that. If you've got kids of that age playing video games like that, they would pick up on certain language, certain themes in certain games of sexual nature, violence, all those kind of stuff. Those kind of themes appear in games like that sometimes. So they may pick up snippets of those kind of things, and then they may take it into the school with them. Now you could argue that's irresponsible from parents to allow them to play their games. Let's not just look at social media, because when I was 8 years old, yeah, I'd have been 8 in 2006. I'd have been 11 in 2009. Yeah, social media wasn't really too much of a thing then. There was some social media, but it wasn't really established like it is today. Even I knew of certain language. You might hear it from peers. You may hear it from just being exposed outside in certain places, and those boys are actually showing off with their friends. They may have saw certain movies that have certain like language. Yeah, they may have seen it in certain language. They may watch certain soaps. They might be an episode. I'm just saying, like things unfortunately slip through the net. Unfortunately, yeah, things like that slip through the net. So let's just. What I wanna do. Yeah, what I wanna do is just, and that's why I thought that it'd be good to really have like a look at what was going on there. I'm just thinking to myself, man, like I'm not. It's wrong. It is so wrong. But people got to remember these things. Unfortunately, they come out, man. Those kind of things, they really do come out. They really do come out, and they show. Where was that? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So the lady who actually posted it actually commented under the section. And she said, I shared my story because what happened was generally disturbing and it's time we stop normalizing harassment. Yeah? So obviously what they were doing was harassment, which is wrong and understanding. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people of age that are a lot older than these ignorant little pipsqueak voice kids, yeah, are doing things like that to women, which is wrong. And it's just a reflection of society. So in that case, I'm not actually mad at these. Understand what I'm saying? I'm not mad at those kids. Those kids are gonna have to do a lot of growing up and understanding. They need education and they need some kind of they need some kind of sanctions placed on them. Don't get me wrong. They need some kind of punishment at the same time mixed with education, because now they've it's like once you heard the saying that once you've heard something you can't unhear it, if that makes sense. They know that they're familiar with things like that now. So it's unfortunately they know of that vocabulary, whether they fully understand the ramifications of it or not. But they understand word language like that, or don't understand it, or understand bits of it. So there's gonna have to be some kind of punishment from I don't know if it's the school or maybe like the parents or their guardians mixed with education at the same time. I think that obviously has to be done because they can't go around doing those things. Yeah, and it's better that they get intervention now so it doesn't escalate going when they grow up. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah, guys, please like this video. I know I said it again, but please do like this video because I think it's very important as well that we raise. It gets pushed out there on the algorithm as well, and it's a very I think it's a very important video. I was caught in 2 months of whether I should do it or not, but I feel like I feel like I can come up with a better angle because I think it's quite interesting and quite a few things to discuss on this things. Someone's got, and this is the new generation. I'm glad I teach my kids morals and respect. The new generation of kids are so far gone, it's crazy. A little insults in the making. If this is what a grown woman is experiencing from these school boys, imagine what the girls in the school are experiencing. Yeah, it's very good point that this lady has made on it. Very important. Yeah. Hello, social services ? Not necessarily. I don't agree with that. I don't necessarily agree with the whole social services thing. If I'm being completely honest, I don't necessarily agree with it because it's very easy for us to assume whose fault it is. The parents may have done their thing, but sometimes you gotta understand that the families in the household don't always have full influence. You have a life outside the home, unfortunately, with your peers. Your parents not be 24/7. The parents might be very irresponsible. They may have got some of their parents. They may have an abusive parent that abuses their that. Let's say, for example, a hypothetical. It could be that their dad treats their mom a certain way, and then their kid hears how their dad, because it happens, unfortunately, yeah, and then they pick those things up as well. There's so many layers and potentialities. Like, word potentialities. If that's a thing, yeah, there's so many of those things that could be happening. Yeah, obviously, like the kid wasn't by themselves. They're with their peers. So at that age, kids understand trying to impress their peers as well. Yeah, the reason why I was just laughing at the beginning, I was thinking their voice is not even broke yet. The balls ain't dropped yet. Probably even got one hair on their pubes yet, and they're just saying in their pipsqueak voice, saying this stuff, and it sounded very slow, and I don't know. I was just thinking myself, what is going on? But joke aside, it's messed up. Yeah, guys, you gotta laugh for obviously a bit of like humor, but nah, man, I'm just like, wow, it's amazing. It's amazing, man. It's just so amazing. But it's like, I'm a guy, innit? And I remember that when I was that age, obviously I've said something before, and I'm like, I probably said something that I heard in the school playground and then just copied it. I recycled it, and it also meant that's why I said that you need education as well as some sanctions and to be and there needs to be some kind of form of punishment, because for them, yeah, it's kind of like you can't be repeating this kind of stuff going up, because for me, it's better to nip this in the bud right now before it escalates. And that's why, like, I'm not going into like a whole like meltdown and say, oh my god, do you kind of stuff. I just think to myself, it's unfortunate. I'm just thinking, yeah, no one's got harmed, and I think no one's got. Well, I say no one's got harmed. No one's physically got hurt. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's horrible for the lady to be having that kind of stuff. She's probably intruding on her space, and harassment is not nice. But those kids need a good stern talking to, and there needs to be some education done in a way that's gonna make sense to them, and at the same time there's got to be some kind of punishment for it. It needs to be a bit of both. I don't think in my opinion, I don't think it makes sense punishing those kids but without education. And at the same time, you can't just give them education without any form of punishment, because that cannot continue. They can't go around doing that, because if they go around doing that, they're gonna have run into a lot of problems. Yeah, that's what later on as well. So it's one of those ones, man. It's a bit mad. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, what do you guys think of that, man? Like, are you surprised do you think it's a new generation thing? 'Cause I don't. I think people been doing things like that. People really been doing things like that. Don't get it twisted. I think people forget, yeah? Do you really think that people with like, you got to think about it, like, the age of consent in this country is 16 plus. Do you really believe that people only hear about things at the age of 16? We have sex education classes before the age of 16. I remember my first sex education class was in primary school. I was in year 5. Year 5, we had a I don't know if they still do that in schools now at that age. But I remember when I was in year 5, we had sex education classes in year 5. Do you not think people that are in single digit units, boys and girls under 10, have not heard the word sex before? Of course they have, a lot of them. Of course they have. There's a lot of immaturity around it as well, naturally. And obviously those kids are. But what they did is out of order and disgusting. But there's obviously, and that's why I thought that was I thought it was a good video. I really hope this video doesn't get taken down, because I think it's quite an insightful, more of an insightful video to really do. But my God, man, when I just saw that, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, what is going on, man? Like, man, the heat. I know we've had some very good weather, man, but it's just making people do madness, man. But you know, people's brains are fried, man. But I had to, and you know what the funny thing about it is as well, that I found was, I had to really thinking, I started to hear it, like, I'm thinking, I've got decent, very good hearing anyway. I was thinking, what are they saying? Let me hear that again. What did you say? Huh? I was like, what? I know. But anyway, yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Please like the video, comment, and if you like the content, please subscribe. It would be very much appreciated. And if you watch the video to the end, I really appreciate you as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.